Heyo everyone, KCR Jones here, and welcome back to another episode of Building an O-Scale Modular Layout. This is part 3, and today I have to say that I'm a little upset. The weather is not letting me put the felt over the table. The pictures you see, however, I did some track measuring to see what pieces of track I need for the layout and where I will put them. Now granted, at the time when I took these pictures, I did not also complete the 6th table section. I have done that just after I took these pictures and whatnot, and I was too lazy to set it all back up. So you're only going to see 5 of them, but I know that the one piece that I didn't use is just going to be straightaways. And even in this picture, you will see a hammer between two 2x4s. That will be the full size of the layout. But as it looks, we pretty much have the whole shape of the layout. I added the switches, and in the next picture I will show the siding that I used for the passing siding. I haven't worked out the wiring yet, but I know which tracks I'm going to insulate and all that good stuff. So moving on, we can see here that when the full layout is ready, this will be the largest train that I can fit on it. It is 114 inches, that is the siding itself from insulated point to insulated point, which equates to a Jeep, 8 40-foots, and a caboose. Alternatively, it is one Jeep, 7 50-foots, and no caboose, or of course you substitute the last one for a caboose. I will show those pictures on screen here. Like I said, this is the what I could use for now, but I measured the train itself, and the measuring distance for the track will be 114 inches of the insulated points. Aside from all this, you can see that the layout itself is taking shape, and with less than 2 weeks to go, this is a good thing that I'm getting work on this. The other thing that I wanted to point out in this video is the S-bends that go into the crossing. Those S-bends are there so that the actual crossing platform, or the crossing piece itself and like the platform, aren't really in the way or hanging off the table, because it's not fragile or anything, but I'd rather keep it a little more synced into the layout than right on the edge. It's also a reason why there's a 1-inch lip around the actual layout itself for the track. It's so that the trains aren't hanging off the direct edge like my old layout did. But the reason I'm pointing out this S-bend is because I'm using 048 curves for the actual S-bends, and the layout itself takes 036 on the end caps. And why I'm doing this is it's a little bit less of a gradient curve, so the trains don't like swoop in or anything. It's just a little bit wider radius, and especially with S-bends, it looks a little better sometimes. But the other thing is that 2 S-bend pieces of 048s, that's a left going into a right and a right going into a left, doesn't add up to 10, or a number of 10. It actually is 24 inches each one, and 2 of them makes 48. The solution was quite simple. Because the crossing itself is insulated and it needs 2 5-inch sections of insulated track, we add 20 inches to this S-bend, and I have it stretching across 2 or 3 of the actual pieces, 3 going into just the extra one into the cap. But what we did is we have 5 inches starting off the front, then we have 24 inches, which makes 29 inches of track, which then you will see the little 1.75 inch spacer that I used that goes into the next piece or the next board, which then starts the actual crossing. And then you can see we finish it off with the S-bend, or the 5-inch piece, then the S-bend going right back into the main line, and we pretty much have a 1/4 inch difference of just minor little bunching on the track, but honestly, it really isn't that big of an issue. I also just wanted to point out before I wrap up the video, if you see the operating potato car, that is the State of Maine red, white, and blue car, that is on a piece of track which is the Lionel uncoupling and unloading track section. That is because that is going to be an operating track section for using cars, just like I said, the operating potato car, and it fits very nice with my GP9 right there in front to have it used and parked and operable for the show. And that was one of the main reasons why I got that car in the first place, was when train shows started up again, I would love to have an operating car like that so people can actually see it. you know. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Like I said, the rain yesterday and the heavy winds today make it so I cannot put the felt over the tables, so it's just the bare wood for now. I hope that in the next few days the weather will be nicer because this show's coming up soon. And the next thing I want to do is wiring. I said a little bit earlier in another video about how I'm going to do the siding wiring, but we're talking about using proper wire cutters and, you know, the right kinds of wires to use here, having the layout or the actual building layout itself, with the footprints of the buildings, where they're going to take up and where I need to drill the wires and whatnot, you know, just stuff like that. So hopefully in the next video we will talk about that. That should be in the next few days. And then I'm also putting in an order from Menards coming up for some just stock for the layout. So hopefully that will be in soon. I hope to see you next time, guys. Hope you stay safe. If you enjoyed the video somehow, hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. It'll help out a lot and you'll stay up to date with these videos. And of course, if you have any feedback or questions, let's chat in the comments. Alright guys, I'll see you soon. Take care. Casey out.